Trucking Tic Tacs, what's up? It's Monday. Had to leave a little early today. It was a good day though. I mean, I don't want to start getting all my hopes up and stuff, but it was probably just the overflow from last week because it was DOT week, so probably a lot of stuff didn't move. So I'm guessing there was a lot of overflow from last week going into this week. So I'm not going to be quick to judge yet. Let's wait till we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and if it's still as good as it was today, then we could get a little hopeful and hopefully this market goes up. But like I said, I think it was just a fluke because the tariffs got lifted last week, DOT week last week. So there's a lot of stuff, probably an influx of freight. A lot of drivers weren't driving. Excuse me. So a lot of stuff didn't move. So all went to this week and getting us all excited. But it was a super good start to this week. Man, if we had a jump start to week every week like this, I'd be happy. If every day was like this, I'd be happy. Maybe if the rates were a little bit, better, obviously. But overall, if this continues like this, the rates are going to have to get better. They're not going to have no choice because they're not going to move their freight. So this is what we need. We need more freight than trucks out there. We need these rates to start going up, to start making back some of these losses we've been taking. So like I said, still not hopeful, but I am trying to stay positive. So I'll take it as it comes, and I'll take today as a win, one of the few and far in between ones, but it's good. So I'm gonna patiently wait. We'll see tomorrow, we'll see Wednesday, see Thursday. By then if it was just a fluke, by then it should die down a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't die down and it keeps on going, the way it's going. It is that time of the year, for the freight to start pumping. So we'll see. I had to take off a little early today. My kid did some good stuff in school, so we got to go today and Wednesday. We got some stuff for his school, like an award ceremony, and then some kind of meeting today about because they scored, his class as a group scored the second highest scores in the nation or something like that. So that's good. It's not him individually as a class, but still I'll take it. Smart little kid. Hopefully he doesn't follow my path and stays working hard and being smart in school, because it'll help him out in the long run. So that's good. Usually I wouldn't leave early, but for stuff like that, there's nothing that'll make me miss this. I have to. Not that I have to go. I want to go. I'm proud to go. So, like I said, I wouldn't miss it for anything. Some literally have to get in a car wreck or have a heart attack or something to miss something like this. So that's good. So just sitting here in traffic right now, coming back. This traffic is horrible on 94. Now since we moved offices, my ride to and from the office is so much worse than it was. It was already pretty bad. I mean, it's just ridiculous there and back. So if I live on the border of Illinois and Indiana, so I got to drive all the way to Chicago now and back. Before I worked closer to 294, so I just take 294 straight down, get off on an exit, I'm right there. But now it just added an extra 30 minutes to my trip, if not more sometimes. Just depending on traffic, today if I have to leave at, it's 4:34 right now, it's pretty much harder to traffic, between 4 to 6, 6:30 is the worst traffic out here, but at least, leaving the office a little less stressed, just because the day went good, usually when some stuff goes good, there's a lot less stress, and when stuff's getting worse, you stress more. But like I said, we're seeing what's going to happen, because the reefer freight should be going good right now. They should have the produce. They should have all the stuff that they need, protect from heat. Flatbeds got construction season. The dry vans, right now they watermelon season if you got the vents. So I don't know, man. Hopefully all this freight goes around for everybody and all the trailers could do good. Because at this point it's been wildly bad, wildly bad. I never seen losses. Honestly, I haven't. I know there have been bad months, bad weeks, but just looking at our numbers, I'm holy crap, dude, how is this even possible? I can't even wrap my mind around these negative numbers. It's gonna be crazy to come back from this. Hopefully I don't have to make a video saying, hey, I went under and I'm looking for a job. It's definitely not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get out of this. So we'll see what happens, but we're gonna fight. But these numbers are bad, and we can't really afford any more bad weeks or months for sure. No. So I don't know. This market hopefully stays up and it keeps going the way it's going, and it keeps going up. And if it gets really hot, 2-3 months, good months, we can make a nice bounce back. So that's what I'm hoping for, because it's already getting bad. I already took a deduction on the salary I was paying myself. You know what I mean? Like cutting just any kind of expenses we can, pushing out bills. It's just like, man, it's stressful. You know, and now it's like personally, you know, because I was still kind of like surviving when I was paying myself, but now like significantly lower, so it's gonna be super hard to make it through with bills and everything. So it sucks, man, because I haven't been in a position like that in a while. Even like when I had my last blow up with a partner, it was bad, but it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't like as this bad, but you know. So I don't know, we'll see, man. He's got to fight, got to keep on going, do something, you know. Hopefully maybe the social media pays off a little bit, maybe TikTok pays off, maybe people start buying these leads. I mean, already a few people already bought it, so you know, at least it's something that's like helping others and helping me at the same time. It's not like I'm just out there trying to scam anybody. I won't even feel right about that, especially like, you know, a lot of people like hit me up for these leads and they're like, hey, you know, we're just like an owner operator, like 1-2 trucks. I'm like, dude, don't even waste your money, because whoever you reach out to on these lists are not even going to talk to you unless you're like 20-25 trucks, or if you're like a decent sized freight brokerage, you know. So so that kind of sucks too. I even had a dude like reach out to me, and I just, you know, I'm like, damn, dude, I kind of feel bad. So I made him a list of separate leads like for his area, just send them out to him for free, just to help, you know, whatever, man. Just because, you know, I mean, I'm suffering, but I'm not gonna sit there and take money from somebody, you know, that's trying to make it, and you know, only has like one truck and is doing his own thing. I don't mind helping out, you know, and hopefully he lands something and helps him, you know, and just pay it forward, you know. But it just seems like I keep on paying stuff forward or doing stuff for people, and then like I'm just getting molested over here left and right, dude, nonstop. And it's annoying already, super annoying, man. Even like with just, you know, lawyer stuff, we had to file out with the old partner, so we're in court. Just about got done paying off one huge bill, bam, just got another one. It's like, dude, like how much of this could I take? How much beating could I take? Just nonstop. Just like, it's like being in a boxing match with Mike Tyson in his prime, and you can't fall down and go for the count. You're just recklessly getting beat. But I mean, it is what it is. It's life, you know. You just got to figure it out, make it happen, and just keep going. It would be nice to catch a break though. Like, oh my God, I remember like life was a lot easier. Like there was like a lot of money coming in, and like it just took everything for granted at that point. You know, like everything just like, not that it came easy because I worked my ass off to get it, but it's like, you know, the money flowed in, so. You know, just went and did whatever I wanted, got whatever I wanted, and now like looking back at it, like, damn, dude, I'm retarded, because like definitely, you know, like when you're up, you should be like, you know, taking in consideration like downtimes and save your money, put some money away. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Hold on, I'll be back with another video. I guess, give me a second. All right, sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. It was actually a decent phone call. Gonna save on propane. The neighbor gets it a lot cheaper than we do, so either I'm trying to negotiate our deal with the company we have, or gonna switch them. But anyways, besides the point, where were we? Oh yeah, so like when you're doing good, man, dude, like I regret so much shit now that I think about it. I wish I put more money away. Like I definitely, you know, like I wish instead of buying stupider stuff, I wish I put more towards my mortgage to try to pay off my house faster. Man, like just a lot of stuff, man. Just a lot of stuff I wish I did differently. Like it's a life lesson. So you just gotta make sure you learn from it, and then just, you know, hope you're in a position where you know, make a lot of money again, and not do stuff stupid this time, you know. There's so much. It's just like, dude, I don't know. It's like I get it, like, you know, you can't go back and change obviously what happened or what you did, you know. So you can only focus on changing yourself for the future stuff you're gonna do. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna aim for. It's like a valuable lesson, and it's messed up too, man. Because it's not like I was going out partying, drinking, and doing all this dumb stuff. Like, you know, I've been pretty good for like a long time, you know. So, you know, and then you got people that just go out and party and, you know, ruin their lives, or, you know, and then that's like, you look at that and you're like, okay, I understand that, but not to go out, party, drink, you know, and still like, just work and do all that stuff, and for it to mess up is like the worst. I think I already said this before, but probably just repeating myself. But just it's always in my mind, and that's what I'm thinking of, and I'm like, dude, this is so bad. And it's like this trucking market, man. I swear, it's like I need to make it. And whoever listens to this, if you're in truck, obviously you're in trucking too. For the 30, 40 people now that start listening to this, or so that we went from like 10 people to 20 to 30, 40. So that's good. So at least it's going up. But like if you're in trucking, like, you know, you just want to hold on because you want to make it to the good times, you know. But now I'm starting to think like once the good times comes, I have to like diversify a little bit, do some other stuff, man, because I like trucking. Like it was good because like it changed my life, like, you know what I mean? Because I got like dropped out of high school, I ended up getting a GED just to get it, just shut my mom off, you know, and like got like not like a criminal record, but I got no felonies, but just a bunch of like batteries on my record and stuff like that, and so like, you know, it's hard to get like normal good jobs, and like my future wasn't looking like it was gonna be too bright. But then I got into trucking and changed my life because I started making money. But then even in my early 20s, I, you know, messed that all up because that's how I did it, just go out, party, you know, and have a good time and not save anything, and you know, and just be stupid about it, you know. So like, you know, to mess up your whole 20s pretty much, like till like my late 20s, you know, like I should have like learned from that, but nope, didn't. You know, instead of just like going out partying, now you're just, you know, doing other stupid stuff. But it is what it is, man. But anyways, we're just trying to make it here until the market gets better, and hopefully when we get better, we could all learn from this, and we could not repeat the stupidity, you know, again. And the same thing, like even if you're like an owner operator, you know what I mean? Like if you're just got one truck, you're trying to make it, like dude, if we make it to the good market and we start making money again, we gotta start thinking about other stuff, man. Because like you see how bad trucking is up and down, you know. There's got to be like some kind of like side hustle or something else you could be doing in the same time while you're doing this, just for like extra, like, you know, income, extra revenue, you know. That's like right now I kind of like, you know, just reaching out, like getting into like branching out into this like social media thing, because yeah, for sure, just because I'm not like super successful and, you know, like have like you know, I'm not a millionaire or have like a super successful trucking company, that doesn't mean that I don't have some kind of information that I could pass on that's going to help somebody else, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a trucking finance channel. I'm not telling you how to keep track of your finances or do any of that stuff, because obviously I'm not good at that. But there's a lot of stuff, you know, for doing it over 20 years that I am good at, and I know how to do it. So hopefully I could pass that on to people, and then they use that information, and then hopefully they learn and they have a skill that I don't have that's going to help them out even more, you know? So plus it's just good just to, you know, get stuff off your chest, you know, what you're feeling, because, you know, I don't really talk to many people that much and tell people how I feel, so I just come on here and just yap away, I guess. But yeah, another source of income is going to be good. And then like even if you look at trucking, like trucking by itself like has like a bunch of different things you can get into as well, that doesn't just involve just the truck parts, you know what I mean? Like when I talked to that dude on TikToks, he was a truck driver, then he became a lawyer, and now he's doing like transportation law, setting up companies. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that you could do that revolves around trucking that is not necessarily trucking itself, which, you know, that's what I'm kind of like trying to get into with this, because no matter what, you're gonna have trucking no matter what happens. And you know what I mean? And then if you could help people around that, that's great, you know. Would I love to get into something else that isn't trucking? Yes, I would. There's a lot of like passions I have and stuff I would love to do, you know, but all that stuff involves a lot of money, and right now that's not something that I have, that I can't do, you know. Once everything starts going good again, I'm gonna aim for branching out, doing other stuff that doesn't have to do with trucking, that, you know, is like a passion of mine, you know. Like I'm into watches, you know. Before, when I had money, I was buying and selling watches. Like it sounded stupid, but when stuff hit the fan, I had a small inventory of watches. I sold most of them, and you know what? That was money in my pocket. You know, so like even doing that, you know, like if you buy something right and you wear it, and say if you make a couple bucks off it or lose just a couple bucks off it, hey, at least, you know, you had that, you enjoyed it, and then you sold it, and you still got your money back, you know. But then if you buy something stupid like a pair of Jordans or something, you're never gonna get your money back off it, you know. Maybe if you get lucky, you get like a limited edition pair and you hold on to it, and then never wear it, and then sell it like as dead stock later. Then yeah, maybe. But you know, like having like good, like hard assets that, you know, they're valued at least what you paid for, if not super close, that's good too, because if you ever come up on hard times, you can get rid of that too, right? And just flipping watches was great, man, because like I actually learned a lot about it, got into a lot of groups that people don't even know about, was getting watches at really good prices. I was actually even making like all right money, you know, like doing it. So that's definitely something I like to get into again. But it's just like right now, it's, you know, I can't have that because you need a bankroll. Like, I mean, if you're gonna do it, I mean, you could do one at a time, but it's gonna take too long and it's not fun, you know. Like even if you want to get into like, you know, just like entry level like luxury watches, like you need at least, I'd say 20K to have to play with, so you can keep on buying like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 watches at a time, and you know, just keep rotating them, moving them. Because if you just buy one watch at a time and then say you sit on it for 2 months, you know what I mean, and then what, you sell it, so even if you make 100 or two, like what are you going to be waiting 2 months to make $100? You know, it doesn't make sense. You got to keep on having watches in inventory and just non-stop, you know, rotating them, moving them. One's going to sell, another one's going to sell slower, another one's going to sell faster, one you're going to make more money on, one you're going to make less money on, another one you're going to trade up or down, whatever, you know. So yeah, this is definitely something that I'm looking into, you know, getting into too, once everything is, you know, stable. But for now, you know, not I can do it. Now I'm just looking for stuff I can do with minimal investment on my part, like financial investment and some time investment, because a little bit of time I can squeeze out of my day, but right now I can't squeeze out 10, 20, 30,000 to try to invest in something, because even if, you know, I have that, for example, I'm not going to put everything into, you know, something that might not work, you know, because you always got to remember, no matter what you do, you can lose. So right now I'm looking for something like minimal financial investment and like, you know, time investment. There can't be too much time either, because I got to concentrate on this, you know. So everything I do with everything else is like after 5, 6 o'clock, once all that work's done, I'm just chilling there waiting. In between doing stuff, then I'll, you know, start, you know, making videos, or like this, I'm driving. So yeah, I always got to think about trying to do something, you know, trying to do something, trying to make a fucking dollar, trying to survive. So I guess I'm gonna stop rambling now. I don't even know, it's been 9 minutes now plus the other video. Now I got a lot more editing to do. So again, if you made it to this point, appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed. If you don't like it, why the hell are you still here listening to it? Comment something negative.